They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen eluding the pressure right. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Allen. Going for the deep ball. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 43 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 58.
Now Mostert off the read option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Checks this one down, it's Mitchell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Check 31, check 31. Under 10.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
One, Omaha. 58 to Mike. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 29 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. First down and a little extra for Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Sanders. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on third.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing now is Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Give to Mostert running right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Push him back. Push him back.
Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run with Singletary. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen going to throw. And his throw.
Arm isn't the #1 thing they look for. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. Sliding out of the pocket. The Bills' drive stalls out on fit time this game. They've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go. Black 80! He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They run with Mostert off the option.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 180! 49's the mic. Watch 49. I got you, boy. 49.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 180! Mike, 58, right there. I'm on. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike.
try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. His way through, and he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert,
an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Gould for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Yo.